Today we're going to be comparing the Sigma 30mm 1.4 versus the 2.8. So the big question is it worth to spend a little bit more money on a f1.4 versus the 2.8? So the Sigma 30mm 2.8 cost brand new around $200 US. The 1.4 cost around $330 US. So it's a price difference of about $130. So that's what we're gonna answer or try to answer in this video. Is it worth to spend that extra money? So the first thing you got to know about these two lenses is that the 1.4 it's heavier, it's bigger, and also if you look at the optics, it's much bigger than the 2.8. The 2.8 has a much smaller optic. The 2.8 feels a little bit more plasticky. The 1.4 has a bigger focus ring, but the thing about the 1.4 is that I wouldn't actually recommend it for manual focus. So most of the time you're not going to be touching the focus ring. On the other hand, the f2.8, it's much easier to do manual focus. It's very easy to turn the focus ring and nail down your focus. When it comes to autofocus, I would say that the f2.8 is a little bit better. Not by much, but it is better. The f1.4, it's much slower at focusing on the subject, but most of the time I think it knocks down on the subject much more accurately. The f2.8 sometimes struggles to get the correct focus. Both of these lenses have great image quality. You're not going to notice much of a difference. You really have to be very picky to notice any kind of difference. You are going to get a much nicer blurry background with the 1.4. However, you can still get a really nice blurry background with the 2.8. So to me, it's not a deal breaker. So if you were to ask me which lens should I get, I would go with the Sigma 30mm 1.4 just because I love that 1.4 aperture. It feels much more robust. The 2.8 feels a little bit more plasticky. And just if you look at the optics, the 1.4 looks much better, and sometimes that means a lot when you're staring at a lens. You want to look at get the feeling that you're using a better lens. So however, I think you can get away with using the 2.8 in most situations. If you're going to travel, this is much easier to carry with you. It's lighter weight, it's cheaper, like I mentioned. So if you're in a tight budget, probably go with the 2.8. Those are things you should consider. There's a lot of things that I didn't cover, so if you have any questions about these two lenses, go ahead and drop your questions in the comment section and I'll get to them. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.